Saral Japani, Japanese learning made easy. Konnichiwa minasan. Hey friends, how are you? Welcome to Saral Japani YouTube channel, a place where we talk about Japan and Japanese. This is the series called Japanese Lessons for Beginners, and today is the 106th lesson of this series. In today's lesson, we shall learn about some very important expressions used in day-to-day communication in Japanese. So these are gochisousama, odaijini, ittekimasu, and soredewa. And there are a few more expressions related to all these four, so we will look into all of those in this lesson. So expressions. Expressions are basically phrases or groups of words that communicate a specific meaning when employed in a specific way. So what does that mean? The words in an expression when used independently may give a completely different literal meaning. That is, the literal meaning will be something else, but the hidden meaning, the actual meaning that the expression is used for may be completely different. And that's the reason why we learn expressions while learning a language. It gives us deep insight into the culture and traditions of that place. So, and Japanese is not an exception. There are many expressions in Japanese language which, if we directly translate, will not mean anything. They will be meaningless and will have no sense. But if we understand what that expression conveys, then we will realize that it's completely a different thing. So it's very, very important for us, or for every learner of Japanese, to know about the different expressions used in day-to-day life. In the first 100 lessons of this series, we have come across many expressions in several spread across several lessons, and we shall continue with some more advanced ones now onwards, and let this learning process continue. So apart from learning about the vocabulary, grammar, kanji, we need to learn about expressions, proverbs, and other aspects of Japanese literature as well. So this is part of that only. Gochisousama.deshita. This is the first expression that we are going to learn today. So if you remember, or if you can recall, from lesson 81, we had come across itadakimasu. So you can see here the person is going to start his meal and he says itadakimasu, which is nothing but a prayer before starting the meal. So this is present in some other cultures as well, apart from Japan, we all know. And it is used before starting to eat a meal as a gesture to pray and thank God for the food. And this itadakimasu comes from the root verb itadaku, which means to receive. So itadakimasu literally means I humbly receive this. And as I said, there is one literal meaning and there is one hidden meaning. So literal meaning of itadakimasu is I receive humbly, and the hidden meaning, the actual meaning of the expression is that I am thankful to God for this meal. So thank you so much for this meal. So itadakimasu is basically an expression which is used at the start of the meal. And gochisousama.deshita is another expression associated with food and meal. But how does it differ from itadakimasu? Gochisousama.deshita is used at the end of the meal to thank the host for the delicious meal or the feast. So this kind of expression, like gochisousama.deshita, it follows this structure. The first is o or go, which is, as you know, it's the honorific prefix. Then it is followed by the main word of the expression. Here it is chiso. Then it is followed by sama, which is nothing but an honorific title like san, sama, sensei. So these are titles which is used to address the person to whom you are saying this expression. And finally the verb ending like mas or des or deshta and so on. So this is the structure of these kind of expressions. Let's take some examples. Otsukare sama desu. So as you can see here, o tsukare sama desu. So you must be knowing otsukare sama desu is used in offices at the end of the day's work, and this means thanks for the hard work. So Tsukare comes from the tsukareru verb, which means to get tired. So again, the literal meaning is you have got tired, but that is not the message that is conveyed. The message is that thank you for your hard work during the day. So this is otsukare sama desu, or even it is said otsukare sama deshita. Similarly, okage sama de genki desu. This also we have come across earlier. Okage sama de genki desu means thanks for asking. I am good. So this is in response to o genki desu ka. Okage sama desu. Okage sama de genki desu is a response to o genki desu ka. And in the same way, today's expression is gochisousama.deshita. So as you can see, go is the honorific prefix. Chiso means feast. That means the meal or the food. The feast is chiso. Sama is for addressing politely the person who offered you this meal or the feast, or the host of the party, host of the dinner. And then deshta means it's the past tense. That means thank you for the nice meal. I had a lovely meal at your place, so thank you for that. So this whole expression is to thank the host of the party, host of the feast, host of that particular meal for providing that delicious food. So gochisousama.deshita. So do remember that if you go to a Japanese house for a dinner or a lunch, then after the meal at the dining table, you must say gochisousama.deshita. So itadakimasu is basically to thank the god at the beginning of the meal, but gochisousama.deshita is to thank the host after the meal for that wonderful food. So this is gochisousama.deshita. We move forward. Next expression is odaijini. So odaijini, we will come to this, but we begin with, as you can see in the photo, one person is lying down in the hospital bed. This is the monitor, and another person has come to meet him at the hospital, maybe during the visiting hours of the hospital. So that means this person is ill. He is sick, and she has come to see or to inquire about his condition. So let's look at a quick and short conversation between the two. How are you feeling today? So, kyo wa genki desu ka? Kyo wa genki desu ka? So this lady is asking this person, how are you today? So how are you feeling today? Or she can also ask, choushi, choushi wa do desu ka? How is the condition? So do desu ka we have earlier found. So it means how about? How is the? So do desu ka means how. Choushi is condition. So what is the situation now? How is your condition now? How are you feeling now? So the expression means this. So instead of word by word translation, you can just visualize this as an expression in which you go to a hospital and your friend is admitted there, and you ask him, how are you doing today? How is your condition now? So this is choushi wa do desu ka? Now the person replies, I am fine today. So kyo wa daijobu desu. I am fine today. I am much better today. So daijobu desu. So this is a very common expression in response to choushi wa do desu ka? But if the person is not feeling well and the situation is not that good, and he is able to answer the question, then what he will say? I am not feeling well. How will he say? Genki dewa arimasen. So this is again very simple expression. Dewa arimasen, you already know, it's the negative form of arimas. So, or des. So genki des, genki dewa arimasen. That I am not feeling well. Or he can say choshi wa warui des. Choushi wa warui desu. That means I am not feeling ill. Again, the same thing. Literal meaning is condition is bad. So choushi means condition. Condition wa warui desu. Warui is again an e adjective, and it means bad, something very nasty or bad. So the situation is not good. My health is not good. It's not improving. So choushi wa warui desu. And then the person says, the person who has come to meet him, he says, odaijini, means take good care of yourself or get well soon. The hidden meaning is get well soon. The literal meaning, odaijini, is take good care of yourself, but we will look into it in a little more detail because there is an important expression. So, odaijini, as you can see here, odaijini. So, let's look at all these four parts separately. O is the honorific, you already know. Dai, again, you already know, it's the kanji for big, large, or something very significant or important. G is used to represent a thing, a business, a matter, a fact, or a reason. So it can have several meanings. And ni is nothing but our particle, the prepositional particle, which may mean into, at, to, in, or on. So now, what do these together communicate? So together, odaijini means this is a big matter. So this is the literal meaning. So odaijini, as you can see from the individual words, if you combine them, it comes, this is a big matter. So this is a big matter. What is a big matter? The health of the person is a big matter now. So the health needs to be improved. So that is a very important thing at that moment. So this expression actually means take good care of yourself. This is very important. Please take good care of yourself or get well soon, as is said in English. So odaijini is get well soon or please take good care of yourself. Then we move into the third expression for today, which is ittekimasu and itteirasshai. So these two expressions, ittekimasu and itteirasshai, are said together. So let's see what are these. So as you can see in this diagram, in this figure, there is a house. A woman is standing near the door, near the house, and this person is going somewhere. That means this person is leaving this house for some work, and this person is staying back at home. So now what is ittekimasu? Ittekimasu is an expression used by a person when he is leaving the house for some work or to go somewhere. So ittekimasu, like while leaving the house, he says ittekimasu, just like we say, okay, I'm going, just like that. But the thing here is, why ittekimasu? He can say ikimasu or something, but why ittekimasu? Itte is the te form of the verb iku, which means to go, as you all know. And itte is the te form, that means it represents the present continuous tense. That means I am going. Itte means I am going. So this is fine. But what is kimas? Because kimas, as we know, is to come. So how there can be both going and coming in the same word? So this is basically, friends, this is a cultural thing. In Japanese culture, in Indian culture, in Nepalese, Bangladesh, and all these Asian countries, we don't say I am going. So since going somehow indicates going forever, or it may also indicate death or something bad like that, so it's considered to be a bad omen. If we say I am going, that then it is considered a bad omen. So we don't say I am going. We always say I am coming from that place. I am coming from the market. Even if I am going to the market, in our language, we will say I am coming from the market. So it's the reverse case, that I am going to the market and I will come back. So in short, we say I am coming from the market. So this is exactly the same thing in Japanese, that we don't just say ikimasu, we say ittekimasu. That means I am going and then I will come back. So I'm not sure if similar expression or uh, culture is there is in other countries or not, but I know about the South Asian countries where this is very much present. So Japan is also one of those. So kimas is the polite form of the verb kuru, as you all know. Kimas, kimashita, verb kuru, and it is used with itte to emphasize that I will come back after going. So this is a good omen, that the person will return back. So this is itte kimas. And what is itteirasshai then? Itteirasshai will be used by the person who is staying back. So itteirasshai is nothing but an expression to acknowledge ittekimasu. So if the person has said ittekimasu, then if the person who stays back, if she doesn't say anything, then that is again considered a bad omen, that she did not acknowledge the ittekimasu. So she has to say something. So what will she say? She will say itteirasshai. Itteirasshai means, okay, so please go, but please return back. So irashai, itte is again the same thing, the present continuous tense of going, and irashai is welcome expression, and that is a gesture of please return back. So itteirashai means please return back after going. So this is nothing but an acknowledgement of ittekimasu. So she has to say something. She says itteirasshai. So together ittekimasu, itteirasshai is are two expressions for when a person leaves the house and for the person who stays back at the house. So I hope you have understood. I am sure people living in South Asia will understand this very well, but for other countries, just give it a thought. Next expression for today is sorewa so desne and soredewa. Again, very, very important and very, very commonly used expressions which every learner of Japanese should understand, because there could be different usages of this expression soredewa. So how we will understand this? We will look into a conversation between Tanaka-san and Suzuki-san, and we will try to understand the application of these expressions. Tanaka-san says, Suzuki-san, ashita wa picnic e ikimashou ka? So see here we have used both a and ni particle. So both can be used because a is used when we connect an object with a motion verb, and ni is used when we connect an object which is a noun with which is a purpose with an motion verb. So both a and ni particle can be used here. So ashita wa picnic e ikimashou ka or ashita wa picnic ni ikimashou ka, both are correct here. So Suzuki-san, shall we go on a picnic tomorrow? Tanaka-san asks. Suzuki-san, ii desu ne. Doko e ikimashou ka? Means sounds good or great idea for the picnic. Where shall we go? Doko e ikimashou ka? So we have learned this ikimashou ka, ikimasen ka. So you already know that. Ii desu ne. Doko e ikimashou ka? Sounds good. Where shall we go? Hirokute kirei na tokoro e ikimashou. Hirokute kirei na tokoro e ikimashou. That means let's go somewhere spacious and clean. Hiroi means spacious and kirei means beautiful. So here kirei is used for clean, but it generally it's beautiful. So hirokute kireina, because here we are conjugating the two adjectives hiroi and kireina. Hiroi and kirei. So kute is the conjugation of hiroi and kirei, and since kirei is a na adjective, so it will be followed by the na. So hirokute kirei na tokoro means place e ikimashou. Let's go somewhere spacious and beautiful. So desu ne. Yes, I agree. So desu ne. So we came across this expression earlier also. So desu ne means I agree. What you just said above is correct, or I agree to what you just said. So since he has said that let's go somewhere spacious and clean and beautiful, so Suzuki-san agrees to that by saying so desu ne. I agree. So yes. Then Tanaka-san says, Green Park Koen wa do desu ka? Green Park is the name of the park, and Koen means park in Japanese. So this is a proper noun, Green Park, and Koen is a common noun. So it can be any park. So green park Koen wa do desu ka? How about the Green Park? Or what do you think about the Green Park? Tanaka-san asks Suzuki-san. Suzuki-san says, その公園は広いですけど、その公園は広いですけど、静かではありません。 Very, very easy. If you have been following the lessons in this series, so you will understand what it means. Sono Koen, that park, wa hiroi desu, is large, is spacious. Kedo, but. So kedo is a conjunction, and informal conjunction. Demo is the formal one, kedo is the informal one, which means but. Shizuka dewa arimasen, but it's not quiet. The place is noisy. Shizuka dewa arimasen means it's not quiet. Shizuka is the adjective for quiet. So Shizuka dewa arimasen. That means that park is large, no doubt, but it is not quiet. It is very noisy. Sorewa so desu ne. Sorewa so desu ne. So that means that's true. So this is the expression that we are learning today. We will look into it a little more detail, but for now, let's uh, Soreva so desu means that's true. What you just said, that's correct. Ja, Central Park wa do desu ka? So it's true that the Green Park is not quiet. Well, then what do you think about the Central Park? Tanaka-san gives the second option. So ja again, it's an expression which means which is used uh, to express the part that comes before ja and the part that comes after ja. These two are totally different because he gives another option. So Central Park wa do desu ka? So if not Green Park, what else? It's Central Park. So ja is used for that. So it can be loosely understood as, well, how about Central Park? So now let's look at this so desne and soreva so desne and ja. So desne, as we know, I agree. Soreva is that is. Koreva, soreva, areva. You already know. That's the thing that we learned long time back. So soreva is that is. So together, soreva so desne means that's correct, or what you just said is true. So that is true. Soreva so desne, soreva that is, so desne is true. I agree. I am saying that it's true. So he is just emphasizing the same thing that the speaker has just said. He is kind of acknowledging that. So that's correct. What you just said is true. So soreva so desne is what you just said is true. I agree to that. It's correct. And ja means if it is like that, or well, or in that case. Soreva so desne. That's true. In that case, how about the, what do you think about the Central Park? So soreva so desne and ja, these are used sometimes together to give this full uh, expression. And always remember that this is ja is very, very informal. It should not be, it must not be used in formal communications or with elders. Otherwise it will look very, very impolite. So this is to be used only within the friend circle. Ah, Central Park wa ii desu ne. Central Park wa ii desu ne. Shizuka de kirei na basho desu. Doko de aimashou ka? So now several things are there in this sentence. Is an expression of acceptance or to say something is good. So this is in a positive sense. Central Park wa ii desu ne. It's a good idea. It's great. Ii desu ne means wonderful idea. It's a great idea. Shizuka de kirei. So this is how we conjugate a na adjective with another na adjective. Shizuka de kirei na basho desu. So it's a quiet and beautiful place, clean place. The next is doko de aimashou ka? Now de particle is used again here. So as we discussed in a previous lesson that place de action or place the event, we can use de particle. So doko here, although it is interrogation, but while answering it, it will be a place here. So place de aimashoka. That means where shall we meet? At which place shall we meet? So here de particle will be used. So Central Park is great. It's a quiet and beautiful place. Where shall we meet? Suzuki-san asks. Tanaka-san says, Eki no iriguchi no mae wa daijoubu desu ka? So Eki no iriguchi. Eki no iriguchi. Eki means the railway station. Eki no iriguchi means railway station's entrance. So this is the kanji for entrance. We have just seen in a kanji practice video posted 2 days ago. So Eki no iriguchi, entrance of the station. No mae. No mae means in front. This also we have done in our lessons on prepositions of place. So all these we have covered in our previous lessons. So please watch those videos if you have not done, and please watch the videos of this series in serial order starting from lesson 1 up till now, so that you learn this language systematically. So eki no iriguchi no mae wa daijoubu desu ka? So is it okay to meet in front of the station entrance? Daijoubu means fine or okay. So is it okay to meet in front of the station entrance? Is it okay in front of the station entrance? Tanaka-san asks. Wakarimashita. Understood. Wakarimashita, the literal meaning is understood, but in this case it is acknowledging. Suzuki-san is acknowledging Tanaka-san that Suzuki-san is okay with meeting at the entrance of the station. So he says, Wakarimashita. Understood. That's fine with me. And then Tanaka-san says, soredewa, ashita 8 時に会いましょう. Soredewa, ashita 8 時に会いましょう. Well then, let's meet tomorrow at 8 a.m. So soredewa is well then in this case, but there is more to it. We will see in the next slide. What does that mean? And finally, Suzuki-san says, hi. So this is the final acknowledgement. So the conversation ends here. That means the next day's picnic is now confirmed. So I hope this is clear to you. So now let's see soredewa with little more detail. Soredewa is an informal expression often written in hiragana. So although there is a kanji character for soredewa, but it is hardly used. Generally, soredewa is written in hiragana. That is the first thing. And it means well then, or so. If that's the case, okay, let's. So all these meanings may be conveyed through soredewa, and the meaning of soredewa varies from situation to situation depending on what is said after soredewa. So let's look at 3 such examples. The first one is soredewa minasan ikimashou ka? So everyone, shall we go? So for example, suppose a group of people, a group of students accompanied by their teacher, they are going to a picnic or some exhibition or a trip, and they have all assembled near the bus. They are waiting for someone or something, and then finally it's time to get into the bus. So the teacher may say, soredewa minasan ikimashou ka? So everyone, shall we go now? Shall we board the bus? So this is one case where soredewa may be used. Another one is soredewa kochira no kata wa Tanaka desu, for example. So here soredewa is used to bring everyone's attention. So, well, let me tell you. So although she is not or he is not saying that may I have your attention please, but when he starts like this, well, let me tell you, this is automatically drawing the attention of the other people present there. So soredewa kochira no kata wa. Kochira no kata means this person. Kochira means this person, but the actual meaning is meet this person. So he is introducing someone. So, well, let me tell you, meet Mr. Tanaka. Soredewa kochira no kata wa Tanaka desu. In this way, he can begin that introduction. So this is one application of soredewa. And one more is soredewa watashi wa kekkou desu. So kekkou means it's enough for me. So this is basically in reference to food. So suppose you are eating at someone's house, you have been invited, you are having dinner, and the host is willing to put some more food on your plate, or she or he requests you to take some more food from the tray or from the bowl, and you say that, oh no, I am totally full, it's enough for me, so after this it's enough for me. So soredewa means after this it's enough for me. So I am already full. So here also you can use soredewa. That it's enough for me. That's enough. So these are few applications. There may be some more. So this is again a very, very informal expression. This is not used in written Japanese in formal communication, and also not with senior people. You can use it among friends or with junior ones, younger ones. So friends, that's all for today. We have learned many expressions today, and I hope this lesson has been useful. So we will be back with more videos very soon. Till then, keep learning, and as I said, start learning from the first lesson. Keep on revising the lessons again and again, so that you do not forget, because the thing is we are not native Japanese speakers, so it is very easy for us to forget what we have learned before. So unless we keep revising, as you learn new things, you will also keep forgetting the old things. So please, please, please keep revising by watching these videos again and again. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching this video. Arigato gozaimasu. Mata imasho.